Sugar overload happens to all of us. One celebration, one dessert table, one late-night craving, and suddenly your body is hit with a surge of glucose that sends your energy crashing, your mind fogging, and your metabolism scrambling to keep up. Most people think this is harmless, but the truth is that sugar doesn't just affect your energy. It triggers a biochemical chain reaction that accelerates aging, stiffens arteries, inflames cells, and disrupts fat burning for hours. The good news is that there are science-backed ways to clear excess sugar fast, restore metabolic balance, and prevent the long-term damage that silent sugar spikes create. Today, you are going to learn exactly what happens inside your body when sugar floods your system, how to reverse it quickly, and the long-term habits that build metabolic resilience for life. If you want more evidence-based health videos like this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned because what you learn today can transform your energy, your clarity, and your long-term wellness. We have all been there. You enjoy the cake, the pastries, the holiday treats, and for a moment, everything feels amazing. But a few hours later, your energy dips, your motivation disappears, your thoughts slow down, and you can feel your body struggling. The sugar crash is real, but what you experience on the surface is only a small part of what is happening internally. At the cellular level, sugar begins altering proteins, inflaming tissues, and interrupting natural metabolism. Today, you are going to discover how to interrupt that process, how to flush sugar out of your bloodstream quickly, and how to build daily habits that prevent sugar from controlling your energy and cravings. These strategies are simple, fast, scientifically supported, and can be done by anyone. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's begin with what truly happens inside your body the moment you consume too much sugar. When you consume a large amount of sugar, your blood glucose levels rise rapidly. This surge may last only minutes on the surface, but inside the body, it sets off a complex cascade of biological reactions. The first and most immediate process is something known as glycation. This is where glucose molecules attach themselves to proteins circulating in your bloodstream. These newly formed compounds are called advanced glycation end products, often abbreviated as AGs. They are harmful molecules that accelerate oxidative stress and inflammation, two of the biggest contributors to chronic disease and premature aging. Research published in the journal Nutrients has shown that AGs accumulate in tissues throughout the body and contribute to complications related to diabetes, cardiovascular disease, kidney impairment, and nerve dysfunction. They damage the delicate lining of your blood vessels, reduce the elasticity of arteries, and impair circulation. Over time, these changes increase the risk of hypertension and arterial stiffness. In the kidneys, AGs interfere with filtration. In the nervous system, they contribute to tingling, numbness, and neuropathy. And in the skin, they accelerate wrinkles and reduce elasticity. All of this begins with sugar molecules attaching to proteins faster than your body can repair them. While this biochemical damage begins developing, another essential part of your physiology jumps into action. Your pancreas senses the rising glucose and releases a wave of insulin, the hormone responsible for transporting sugar from your blood into your cells. Insulin removes glucose effectively, but when it surges to manage a large sugar load, it shifts your metabolism into storage mode. Instead of burning fat for energy, your cells start storing energy. This is why high sugar intake makes fat burning nearly impossible for several hours afterward. Your body is trying to bring your glucose levels back down, and fat metabolism is temporarily shut off. Before we move deeper into this biochemical journey, I want to welcome you if you are new to this channel. This is a place where complex health science is simplified into practical strategies that anyone can use. We have viewers from all around the world learning, sharing, and improving their health together. If you enjoy clear, research-backed content that explains not just what to do, but why it works, be sure to subscribe and let us know in the comments where you are watching from. Seeing our global community grow is incredibly inspiring. Now let's begin with the first immediate strategy for bringing down a sugar spike. Movement. Not exercise in the general sense, but targeted movement that taps directly into the biochemistry of glucose disposal. When your muscles contract, something remarkable happens. They activate glucose transporter proteins known as GLUT4. These transporters move to the surface of the muscle cell and begin pulling glucose out of your bloodstream to use as energy. What makes this so powerful is that GLUT4 activation through muscle contraction does not require insulin. This means that even if your body is experiencing insulin resistance or delayed insulin response, your muscles can still clear glucose efficiently. A published study in diabetes care found that only 15 minutes of walking after meals significantly reduced blood glucose spikes in people with type 2 diabetes. This works because your muscles act like sponges for glucose. The more they contract, the more sugar they absorb. The average person can store between 300 and 600 grams of glycogen in their muscles, making them one of the largest reservoirs for excess glucose in the body. To take advantage of this mechanism, you want to activate your biggest muscle groups. Air squats are one of the most effective movements for this purpose because they engage the quadriceps, gluteal muscles, and hamstrings all at once. These are some of the largest and most metabolically active muscles in your body. You do not need equipment or a gym. Simply standing and doing 3 sets of 15 to 20 bodyweight squats can dramatically help your muscles pull sugar from your bloodstream. If squats are not comfortable, or if mobility is limited, walking is an excellent alternative. A brisk 10 to 15 minute walk right after a high-sugar meal can significantly lower the glucose spike. Timing matters. The sooner you move after a sugary meal, the more effectively you flatten the rise in blood sugar. This brings us to your second immediate strategy for lowering a sugar surge: apple cider vinegar. This common kitchen ingredient has been studied extensively for its effects on glucose metabolism. The secret lies in its acetic acid content, which influences digestion and absorption in several key ways. A systematic review in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming vinegar with meals significantly lowered both blood glucose and insulin responses. One reason is that acetic acid slows the rate at which your stomach empties. When food leaves your stomach more gradually, the carbohydrates within it also enter the small intestine more slowly. This results in a more controlled release of glucose into the bloodstream, reducing the sharp spike you would otherwise experience. Acetic acid may also inhibit enzymes responsible for breaking down carbohydrates, resulting in fewer available sugars at once. Research suggests that vinegar can reduce post-meal blood glucose by 20 to 35% when taken with high carbohydrate foods. To use it effectively, mix 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with 4 to 6 ounces of water. It is important to dilute it because undiluted vinegar can erode tooth enamel and irritate the throat. Drink this mixture immediately after your sugary meal. If you know in advance that you'll be eating something high in carbohydrates, drinking it 15 minutes before your meal can be even more effective. If the taste is too strong, a little lemon juice can help it go down smoother. Beyond managing glucose, apple cider vinegar increases stomach acidity, improving digestive enzyme activity, and promoting the breakdown and absorption of nutrients. It is a simple and effective tool to support metabolic health on multiple levels. Your third immediate intervention is hydration, a step many people overlook. When your blood sugar rises, your kidneys initiate a process called glucosuria, where excess glucose is filtered and excreted through urine. This mechanism is your body's natural emergency system to prevent dangerously high blood sugar levels. But for glucosuria to work efficiently, you must be adequately hydrated. Water increases blood volume, supports optimal kidney filtration, and helps transport metabolic waste products out of your body. A study in diabetes care found that individuals with higher daily water intake had a significantly lower risk of developing high blood sugar. After consuming a large amount of sugar, drinking 16 to 32 ounces of water over the next several hours can help your kidneys remove excess glucose more effectively. Plain water is ideal. Avoid sweetened beverages because they increase the problem. Herbal tea or lemon-infused water is fine for flavor. Monitor your hydration by observing your urine color, aiming for a pale yellow. Now that you understand the immediate strategies that quickly lower a sugar spike, let's move into the long-term habits that strengthen your metabolism, reduce cravings, and improve your overall glucose control. Short-term fixes help you recover from a sugar-heavy meal, but long-term metabolic resilience is what prevents those spikes from happening in the first place. One of the most effective long-term strategies is intermittent fasting. This approach has gained global attention, and for good reason. The research supporting it is strong, especially when it comes to blood sugar regulation and insulin sensitivity. Time-restricted eating is the simplest and most popular form. It involves compressing your daily eating window so your body spends more hours in a fasted state. A common pattern is fasting for 16 hours and eating within an 8-hour window. Although many people begin with a 12-hour fast and gradually expand their fasting window as their body adapts, during the fasting period, only water, black coffee, or unsweetened tea are consumed. What makes intermittent fasting so powerful is that it lowers insulin levels. When insulin levels drop for extended periods, your cells become more sensitive to insulin again. This is important because chronically elevated insulin leads to receptor fatigue, making your cells less responsive. Over time, insulin resistance develops, and your body must produce more insulin just to manage the same amount of blood sugar. By allowing insulin levels to fall, you restore cellular sensitivity, enabling your body to handle glucose more efficiently. A study published in Cell Metabolism found that time-restricted eating improved insulin sensitivity and lowered fasting glucose levels, even in participants who did not lose weight. This means the benefits go beyond weight loss and directly enhance metabolic function. Fasting also activates autophagy, the cellular housekeeping process that removes damaged proteins, toxins, and harmful molecules, including some of the advanced glycation end products formed from excess sugar. This cleanup process strengthens cellular health and supports longevity. Another advantage of intermittent fasting is improved metabolic flexibility. Most people today rely heavily on glucose for energy. When fasting becomes part of your routine, your body becomes more efficient at switching between burning glucose and burning stored fat. Many people report increased energy, enhanced focus, and reduced hunger after the initial 1 or 2 week adjustment period. If you are new to fasting, ease into it. Begin with a 12-hour eating window and extend it gradually. The goal is consistency rather than perfection. These small changes create profound metabolic improvements over time. This brings us to another foundational pillar of long-term blood sugar stability, the composition of your daily diet. What you eat and how you pair foods together has a direct impact on your glucose levels. A diet rich in high-quality protein, healthy fats, and colorful vegetables creates a stable blood sugar environment throughout the day. Protein plays a central role. Unlike carbohydrates, protein has very little impact on blood glucose. It also increases satiety, keeping you full for longer periods and reducing the tendency to reach for sugary snacks between meals. Research shows that meals containing 30 to 50 grams of protein significantly reduce cravings and stabilize hunger hormones. Protein also has a high thermic effect, meaning your body uses more energy to digest and metabolize it compared to carbohydrates or fats. This increases calorie expenditure and supports weight management. Choose high-quality protein sources whenever possible. Grass-fed beef, pasture-raised poultry, wild-caught fish, eggs from pasture-raised hens, and full-fat dairy from grass-fed animals provide not only protein, but also essential fatty acids and micronutrients that support metabolic and hormonal health. Healthy fats are the next important component. When paired with protein, fats help slow digestion and create steady, long-lasting energy without raising your blood sugar. Consuming 15 to 30 grams of healthy fats per meal helps maintain satiety and supports hormone production. Look for sources such as extra virgin olive oil, grass-fed butter, coconut oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds. These fats enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins found in vegetables and contribute to a balanced, sustained energy curve throughout the day. Vegetables, especially non-starchy ones, add fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. Fill half of your plate with colorful vegetables like leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, bell peppers, zucchini, and Brussels sprouts. The fiber in these vegetables helps slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream and supports digestive health. Their rich antioxidant content helps counteract oxidative stress caused by elevated blood sugar. When your meals are built around protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich vegetables, your blood sugar remains stable. You experience fewer crashes, sustained energy, sharper mental focus, and fewer cravings for sweets. In contrast, processed foods, refined grains, and added sugars create blood sugar fluctuations that lead to hunger, fatigue, irritability, and long-term metabolic damage. Minimizing or eliminating these processed foods is one of the most impactful steps for long-term metabolic health. Another major factor that influences blood sugar but is often overlooked is sleep. Your sleep quality, duration, and consistency all play significant roles in how well your body manages glucose. Research published in the Annals of Internal Medicine found that just 4 nights of sleep restriction significantly reduced insulin sensitivity in healthy adults. Even 1 night of poor sleep can impair glucose metabolism the next day. When you do not sleep well, your cortisol levels rise. Cortisol is a stress hormone that naturally elevates blood sugar. In small, well-regulated amounts, cortisol is essential. But when it remains high due to chronic sleep deprivation, it creates a steady elevation in glucose levels. Sleep deprivation also disrupts hunger hormones. Ghrelin increases, signaling hunger, while leptin decreases, reducing your sense of fullness. This combination leads to stronger cravings, especially for sugary and high-carbohydrate foods, and reduces the ability to resist them. Sleep also affects the function of your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for judgment and impulse control. When it is impaired, you are more likely to reach for quick energy sources like sugary snacks. This becomes a cycle where poor sleep leads to poor food choices, which lead to blood sugar fluctuations that disrupt sleep even further. To support stable blood sugar, aim for 7 to 9 hours of high-quality sleep each night. Create an environment that promotes rest. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule every day, including weekends. Reduce exposure to screens in the evening because blue light disrupts melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. Establish a wind-down routine, such as reading, stretching, or a warm bath to calm your nervous system. Limiting caffeine after early afternoon and reducing alcohol intake at night can also dramatically improve your sleep quality. Many people underestimate how strongly sleep influences metabolic health. Improving your sleep is one of the most powerful ways to improve your glucose regulation and overall well-being. Managing blood sugar effectively requires a combination of immediate interventions and long-term lifestyle strategies. When you face a sugar overload, your first priority is to help your body clear the excess glucose quickly and efficiently. Movement activates glucose transporters in your muscles and pulls sugar directly from your bloodstream. Apple cider vinegar helps soften and moderate the spike, giving your body a smoother metabolic response. Hydration supports kidney function, so excess glucose can be filtered out and removed. These short-term tools are powerful, but long-term metabolic health is what keeps your blood sugar stable on a daily basis. Intermittent fasting trains your body to regain insulin sensitivity and improves its ability to switch between glucose and fat-burning modes. Building your meals around high-quality protein, healthy fats, and colorful vegetables stabilizes your glucose levels, increases satiety, and reduces cravings. Prioritizing sleep strengthens every regulatory system involved in blood sugar control. Each night of quality rest enhances insulin sensitivity, reduces stress hormones, and recalibrates appetite signals. When these lifestyle habits work together, they create a foundation of metabolic resilience that carries you through daily life with sustained energy, improved mental clarity, and reduced inflammation. You truly have the ability to influence your metabolic health with simple, evidence-based habits practiced consistently. Every meal is an opportunity to fuel your body with nutrient-dense foods that stabilize your energy. Every walk, stretch, or set of squats helps reduce a glucose surge and supports long-term metabolic health. Every night of quality sleep strengthens your hormonal balance and supports healthier blood sugar levels the next day. None of these strategies require complicated routines or expensive supplements. They require understanding how your body works and applying that knowledge in practical ways throughout your day. When you begin combining movement, strategic nutrition, fasting, and restorative sleep, you create a metabolic environment where your body thrives. This is where fat burning becomes more efficient, inflammation decreases, and your energy becomes steady and reliable. You experience fewer cravings, fewer midday crashes, and a greater sense of control over your health. These changes ripple into every area of your life, from mental sharpness to emotional balance. Now let's bring all of this together with a clear, powerful conclusion. Stable blood sugar is one of the cornerstones of long-term health and vitality. Whether you are recovering from a sugary meal or working to improve your daily metabolic balance, you now understand exactly what steps to take. Engage your muscles with purposeful movement to pull glucose from your bloodstream. Use apple cider vinegar to reduce the intensity of sugar spikes. Hydrate generously to support your kidneys and clear excess glucose. Then take the next step by adopting long-term strategies that keep your metabolism strong. Intermittent fasting trains your body to become more insulin sensitive. Balanced meals centered around protein and healthy fats sustain your energy and reduce cravings. Restorative sleep enhances every aspect of glucose control, appetite regulation, and hormonal balance. These strategies work together, not separately. When practiced consistently, they create a powerful, science-backed framework for metabolic health. You gain more energy, sharper focus, and greater resilience. Your body becomes better equipped to process sugar, burn fat, and reduce inflammation. This is how real, lasting transformation happens. If this video helped you understand how to detox sugar from your body quickly and taught you strategies you can start using today, type yes in the comments. Your engagement supports our mission to bring evidence-based health education to people all around the world. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss our upcoming content. Thank you for being part of this community and for choosing to invest in your health. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, continue making choices that support your body, protect your energy, and build the foundation for a stronger, healthier you.